12 more underrated prog songs. Starting at number 12, Slightly All the Time by the Soft Machine. Soft Machine took prog rock down a completely different road than bands like Yes or Genesis. Instead of like these grand symphonic arrangements, they built their music around jazz, improvisation, melodies that sort of unfold naturally. Slightly All the Time never feels like a group of musicians that's trying to impress you. It just feels like five people listening to one another and creating something that couldn't have existed in any other genre. It's sort of the finest examples of Canterbury music, and I love it immensely. Number 11, Achilles' Last Stand by Led Zeppelin. Now, I know some of you are like, what? Led Zeppelin? They're not a prog band. Of course they're not a prog band. But this is not about prog bands. This is about progressive songs. And this is moving, changing, and building over 10 minutes without losing its focus for a second. Jimmy Page fills the listener's ears with layers and layers of guitar, and this, it's a wonderful performance. You strip away the band's name, and most prog fans would probably call this one of the greatest songs of the 1970s. If it was done by Yes or King Crimson, definitely. Number 10, One Word by Mahavishnu Orchestra. I've never bought into the idea that sort of jazz fusion and prog rock belong in separate worlds. I mean, progressive music is supposed to push boundaries, and that's exactly what this song does, and the playing is almost unbelievable. Every section is like builds on the one before it, and the whole thing just like sort of becomes this unstoppable force. It's exciting from the beginning to the end. And it's just absolutely like, go listen to this song, seriously. Number 9 is going to be Trilogy by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. ELP built a reputation on, gigantic epics and classical adaptations. And so a song like Trilogy sort of slips through the cracks. And I think that's unfortunate because this is one of the band's most complete compositions. It has beautiful melodies and arrangements. It has the emotion there to remind you that, there was far more to Emerson, Lake and Palmer than just bombast. Greg Lake is incredible here, and this song ages better every time I hear it. So check that one out. Number 8, 9 Feet Underground Caravan. A 20-minute song that, what Caravan accomplished here, every section feels like the transition, does not overstay its welcome in any way. It's one of the greatest progressive rock epics. It's very underappreciated, and I just think that it deserves more, absolutely. Number 7, Available Light by Rush. Rush has, they'd already proven that they could write complex music. Available Light just shows what happens when, the band with this enormous confidence just writes a beautiful song. Just a great song. There's no need for musical gymnastics because the melody carries everything here. And, sometimes restraint takes a little more skill than excessiveness. So take that into consideration as well. Number 6 is going to be Can Utility and the Coastliners by Genesis. This is early Genesis doing everything they did best in under 10 minutes. And the story unfolds naturally. The music just keeps growing without becoming cluttered. Steve Hackett delivers one of his finest guitar performances in this piece. Tony Banks paints the whole thing with his keyboards. It gives it sort of a mysterious character. I've always felt this one deserved to stand beside the band's better-known classics, for sure. Number 5, A Pillow of Winds by Pink Floyd. Stop saying Pink Floyd's not prog. I hate that. Pink Floyd rarely sounded this peaceful and beautiful. A Pillow of Winds is sort of like this effortless beauty that's difficult to describe. I mean, David Gilmour doesn't overpower the song with flashy guitar solo or anything like that. He doesn't need to. There's a lot of complexity going on in this little acoustic number. Very pastoral kind of sounding song. And it's easy to look over this song because Echoes dominates this album. But this is my second favorite song off that album. Number 4, Perpetual Change by Yes. It's on the album with, the Yes album with all these other classics. But I think the energy here, the shift in arrangements, the incredible vocal harmonies, it all points toward what Yes would eventually become. And the song keeps evolving without ever sounding disconnected. It's one of the hardest things to accomplish in prog rock, and I honestly enjoy this one as much as any of the band's more celebrated songs off the Yes album. Perpetual Change, the intro alone, sells me. Number 3, Three of a Perfect Pair by King Crimson. This song never gets the respect it deserves because, it belongs to that 80s lineup, which is kind of weird for people. But that's a mistake. It's intelligent, it's incredibly catchy, it's rhythmically fascinating, and it's remarkably accessible. I've said it before, accessibility and complexity equal magic. Adrian Blue's songwriting was every bit as important to King Crimson as Robert Fripp's guitar work during this era. And I'd argue this is one of the defining songs of the decade. I know everybody likes to talk about Discipline, and that's a great album, but this song is fantastic. Number 2, Symphony Number 2 by Egg. Egg is one of my favorite prog bands, and they pack more musical ideas into this one composition than many bands managed to cross an entire album. You got classical music, jazz, rock, some humor, astonishing organ playing. It all comes together without it sounding predictable. And it's a fun song. Every time I hear it, I'm amazed this band is not discussed more amongst prog fans. Egg is one of my favorite prog bands. Number 1, Ars Longa Vita Brevis by The Nice. This wasn't just ahead of its time. It helped create the time that came after it. Long-form composition, classical influences, jazz improvisation, extended instrumental passages, and rock. It came together. One of the most, Keith Emerson would become a legend in ELP, but the blueprint was already here. Progressive rock didn't appear out of nowhere in 1969 by King Crimson's. It was songs like this that built the foundation of prog rock. If you've never heard The Nice, go back and listen to this. So those are 12 more progressive songs that are very underrated. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Comment, let me know what your thoughts are on these songs. What songs you think were underrated, prog songs that are underrated. Share this video. Subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It helps me create more content because it motivates me when I see more subscribers. And I want to give you guys some good quality stuff. So until next time, you guys take care.